Seven seas that run high, all those things that don't change, come what may. But our good times are all gone, and I'm bound for moving on. I'll look for you if I'm ever back this way. Guess I'll go out to Alberta, weather's good there in the fall. Got some things that I can go to working for. But I wish you'd change your mind if I asked you one more time. But we've been through that 100 times or more. Four strong winds that blow lonely, seven seas that run high, all those things that don't change, come what may. But our good times are all gone, and I'm bound for moving on. I'll look for you if I'm ever back this way. For strong winds that blow lonely, seven seas that run high, all those things that don't change, come what may. The good times are all gone, I know, and I'm bound for moving on. I'll look for you if I'm ever back this way. If I get there before the snow. If I get there before the snow flies, and if things are looking good, you could meet me if I sent you down the fair. But by then it would be winter, not so much for you to do. And the wind sure blows cold way out there. Four strong winds that blow lonely, seven seas that run high, all those things that don't change, come what may. But our good times are all gone, I'm bound for moving on. I'll look for you if I'm ever back this way. Four strong winds, four strong winds, four strong winds.
Good morning. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Danbury. Kindly silence your phones if you haven't done so already. My name is David Parr, and I've been a member of this congregation for over 9 years, hard to believe. And I've been coming here with my family for almost 12 years, actually. And over this time, I've participated in spiritual development courses. I volunteer at the Dorothy Day Soup Kitchen. I've been an instructor for the OWL, Our Whole Lives course for our children. And my wife and I have also very much enjoyed watching our kids participate in plays here at holiday time over the years. The Unitarian Universalist, I still have, all these years later, I still have a hard time, right? I don't think I'm the only one. The Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Danbury has been gathering together for 200 years. As we work to build a more just world we respectfully acknowledge that our physical building is on the traditional land of the Paugussett people. I am so glad you are here today to join us this morning because you are an essential part of our celebration today. And whether today is your first or 1,000th Sunday in our midst, in person or online, we are stronger because you are here. If you're new to our community and joining us online, we invite you to introduce yourself and tell us where you are connecting from in the chat box. At the conclusion of today's service, you will have the chance to participate in a breakout group for individual connection and deeper check-ins. If you are new and here today for the first time, please fill out a visitor card at the table near the exit before you leave today. We are one people of many beliefs, many origins, many genders, many sexualities. We are all growing, we are all learning, and we are all loved. So, to quote Kurt Cobain, "Come as you are welcome here." A few announcements. Sunday connection for newcomers. Newcomers are invited to join Reverend Kathleen after the service in the fellowship hall for an informal get acquainted session. You can let us know where you are, what brought you here, where you're from, what questions you may have about this congregation. Juneteenth. Danbury is having a fair next Sunday, Father's Day, to celebrate Juneteenth. UUCD will have a table at the event. We are still looking for a few volunteers. So if interested, you can reach out to Gary Mummert or myself, Kathleen. Again, welcome to the UU congregation of Danbury. Please join us for our song of welcome, Circle of Life. Thank you.
This is the space where the musicians and the listeners gather, where the hours of practice and the life experiences of everyone in the room transform into musical stories to be heard. Music flowing through instruments and vocal cords with grace and passion. Music is created as if by magic. When the instruments are lifted, the breath is inhaled and the downbeat is nodded. May the gifts shared here in this sacred hour, in this sacred space, ignite the music within all of us. It is good to be together. I invite our service coordinator, Sally Mandler, to come and light our chalice and lead us in the unison affirmation words. Love is the spirit of this congregation, and justice is its light. This is our covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek and speak the truth in love, to tell one another and celebrate life.
Especially any kids in the room, I just want to invite you to take a minute to stop what you're doing. We're going to say our children's affirmation together. We are Unitarian Universalists. We are people with open minds, loving hearts, and helping hands. We care for the earth and each other. And then any kids, if you're willing to give me your attention for a few more minutes. I brought something a little different today. Usually we have a story at this time, but I want to add something to our art shelf. Because today we're celebrating the arts through music. And I'm not going to create a masterpiece, so you don't need to watch me super carefully. You get to have a meditation time. And the meditation that I'll do now is a meditation that you can do, those of you who are kids in the room, later while you're listening to the music. I'm wondering what the music in your spirit this morning is. I'm wondering, I'm just going to put a little water on there first. I'm wondering if the music in your spirit has a shape. If it has a color. Or maybe it has many colors. I'm wondering, when you tap into the music that's in your spirit, if you can feel something different in your body. I'm wondering if the music is different from silence. If it's different from silence in your body. I want to invite you to start breathing into the music that's in your spirit, just like you'll do during the service today, breathing into the music that you hear. Getting at home in your body as you listen. I wonder if art is an expression, a meditation, a process, a product. And I wonder what it means to do art in community together. Now I'm going to bring my work to a close. So I'm going to put my paints away. I have 2 cups of water in here, 1 cup for when I first rinse my paints, and then a second cup if I need a clear bit. I'm going to leave my painting on a tray so that it can dry. I have 2 of these boxes, just gifts. And I'm going to bring them back to the back of the room so that 2 people at a time can work with watercolors. And we'll sing This Little Light of Mine.
This little light of mine,
If you want to do water,
I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
I don't know about you, I've already been inspired with music, with the idea of art as meditation. Let's breathe together for just a moment. Online, I want you to breathe with us too. You too are part of this service. You too, I know, have been inspired, and there is so much more to come. But let us breathe and settle into a time of shared milestones. Those great joys, those deep sorrows, the milestones of our personal lives that came right through the door, came right into the room with us. It's all here because this is sacred space that invites us to bring our whole selves. We don't ask you to leave any of that behind. You bring it here because we will hold it with you for these few moments. Your joys will be celebrated in community. Your sorrows will be held. Search your heart. What have you brought with you today? Impending births and long marriages, I'm sure full of ups and downs, but we see love between the two of you, and what an inspiration that is to every single one of us. And we hold sorrows. We hold the sorrows of deaths of fathers and remembering deaths of spouses. Maybe not remembering or not being able to see who our high school classmates were, but we celebrate being able to be together. There is just so much. And we remember those who, or perhaps we don't know them, but we know they were members of this congregation, and we still hold those precious people close. And we remember and we think of them. So let us enter into a time of silence. to hold all that has been shared and all the milestones that are in this room, in your hearts, not quite ready to be shared aloud. But let us go into silence together and hold and celebrate and grieve together. The universe sings no less because time and space wear us thin. The music calls us to recognize our limitations, to recognize that the song is best sung with others. Please join me in the spirit of reflection, singing Spirit of Life.
Spirit of life, come unto me. Sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion. Blow in the wind, rise in the sea, move in the air, giving life the shape of justice. Hold me close, wings set me free. Spirit of God, come to me, come to me.
It is now Now it is time for our congregational offering. If you are with us for the first time, your presence is your gift to us. Members and friends online, please express your generosity by using the link or the QR code found on the screen and in the chat. If you prefer, you may send a check to UUCD at 24 Clapboard Ridge Road, Danbury, 06811. Thank you for doing all you can to support this community we love.
I want you to go back to your Judeo-Christian heritage, to Genesis, to the Garden of Eden, and enjoy old Adam.
Good morning again. As I'm sure you have figured out by now, the rest of today's service is going to be quite different from what you're used to. Some of the really wonderful and passionate musicians who are part of this congregation are offering you a gift today, a gift of some of our favorite music. What we hope for you is that we will surprise and delight you, and that you will listen, really listen, with your heart, not your head, and receive our gift in the spirit with which it is offered. Some come to dance, some come to play, some merely come to pass time away. Some come to laugh, their voices to ring. But as for me, I come for to sing.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
There's a house we can build, every room inside is filled with things from far away. Special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day.
They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
However big, however small, let me be a part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong, but say that you'll bring me along to the world you see. To the world I close my I close my eyes to see.
'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head.
A million dreams are keeping me awake.
Million dreams,
I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. For the world we're gonna make.
What an act to follow. Wow. I joined my first choir when I was 6 years old at the First Presbyterian Church in Birmingham, Michigan. And I proceeded to sing my way through 12 years of school and church. So when I went off to college, of course, I wanted to find a place to sing. And I heard about these singing groups. They were called a cappella. I'd never heard of that before. I don't think we had them in Michigan. So, with great freshman naivete and gumption, I tried out for one of them. And lo and behold, I made it. Big surprise. The song I sang for my audition is what Deb and I are going to sing today. It's my lucky song. The Water is Wide. Those of you who've been members here longer than Deb and I have, we joined on exactly the same day, by the way. Might like to know that the arrangement we're singing was done by Charlie Schott. Yeah.
The water is wide, I cannot cross, and neither have I wings to fly. Give me a boat that carries two, and both shall row, my love and I lean my back against an oak. I thought it was a trusty tree, but first its way, and then it broke. So did my love prove false to me. For love is sweet, and love is kind, and love is dear when love is true. But love grows old and waxes cold and fades away like morning dew. The water is wide, I cannot cross, and neither have I wings to fly. Bring me a boat that carries two, and both shall row, my love and I.
we are going to sing for you a song called Ripple. It's a Grateful Dead song. It says in your program that it was written by Jerry Garcia. He wrote the music. The lyrics were written by Robert Hunter. And Robert Hunter, in an interview, described the process of writing this song as words like molten gold flowing onto parchment. And you'll hear a reference to that in the lyrics. The reason we're singing this song is, as a singer, there's a line in the song that says, "Let there be songs to fill the air." So that has always been the standout line to me. But also, there is, in line with UU principles, there's the thought that one's path is one's own. And to make it more appropriate for a church service, there are echoes of the 23rd Psalm in it as well. So, Ripple.
If my words did glow with the golden sunshine, and my tunes were played on a harp unstrung, would you hear my voice come through the music? Would you hold it near as it were your own? It's a hand-me-down. The thoughts are broken, and perhaps they're better left unsung. I don't know, don't really care. But let there be song to fill the air. Ripple in still water when there is no pebble tossed, nor wind to blow. Reach out your hand if your cup be empty. If your cup is full, let it be again, let it be known. There is a fountain that was not made by the hands of men. There is a road, no simple highway between the dawn and the dark of night. And if you go, know what may follow. That path is for your steps alone. Ripple in still water when there is no pebble tossed, nor wind to blow. You who choose to lead must follow. But if you fall alone. If you should stand, then who's to guide you? If I knew the way, I would take you home. Sing with us. La la la. So easy, you can do it. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. If I knew the way. If I knew the way, I would take you home.
we're going to do a trio, piano, violin, cello, by Gabriel Fauré. We typically done, since we've been playing for several years, more classical, Beethoven and Mozart. But when we first heard this piece, we really loved the beautiful melody, the melodicism, and the ability that it goes between each of the instruments one by one in different forms, different, actually changing key. So it has a bit of a modernist feel to it, but it's also quite romantic. And was written by Fauré in the last years of his life. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. The song I'm going to sing is called She Used to Be Mine from Waitress the Musical, written by Sarah Bareilles. This song, some of you may know it, it's a sad song, but it's also a hopeful song. It's not exactly my story, but there are parts of it that I can relate to, especially coming out of COVID lockdowns. The question that I asked myself then led to what you are about to hear today. That is my first public solo in more than 30 years, which I will sing with deep gratitude to Jerry for helping me get there. It's not simple to say. Most days I don't recognize me with these shoes and this apron. That place and its patrons have taken more than I gave them. It's not easy to know I'm not anything like I used to be, although it's true I was never attention sweet center. I still remember that girl. She's imperfect, but she tries. She is good, but she lies. She is hard on herself. She is broken and won't ask for help. She is messy, but she's kind. She is lonely most of the time. She's all of this mixed up and baked in a beautiful pie. She is gone, but she used to be mine. It's not what I asked for. Sometimes life just slips in through a back door and carves out a person and makes you believe it's all true. And now I've got you, and you're not what I asked for. If I'm honest, I know I would give it all back for a chance to start over and rewrite an ending or two. For the girl that I knew would be reckless just enough, who get hurt, but who learns how to toughen up when she's bruised and gets used by a man who can't love. And then she'll get stuck and be scared of the life that's inside her, growing stronger each day till it finally reminds her to fight just a little to bring back the fire in her eyes that's been gone but used to be mine. Mine used to be mine. She is messy, but she's kind. She is lonely most of the time. She's all of this mixed up and baked in a beautiful pie. She's gone, but she used to be mine.
My other son is Carl. These rags are on the top of our list of favorites. They come from a work called The Garden of Eden, which I like to think of as the Garden of Edelin. William Bolcom and Dave Brubeck were both students of Darius Milhaud at Mills College. So we are going to take another trip to the Garden of Eden and play the Serpent's Kiss. I forgot to tell you about the foot stamps and the wood knocking and the cluck cluck stuff, but you got it, I think.
Wow, and thank you. It's now time to extinguish the chalice. Will you join with me? We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts and out into the world until we are together again. And now for our closing song. So good.
I grew up in Ohio and I often saw red-winged blackbirds. And when I heard this song by Paul McCartney, it became one of my favorites. Recently, I learned that he didn't write it about birds. He wrote it because of the struggles we had with civil rights in our country. And he wrote it after the forced desegregation of the schools in Little Rock, Arkansas. He said that he hoped it would give a little hope to those who were going through those troubles. And really, in England, the word bird is also a meaning for a girl. So this song is a message to an African American girl telling her it's time for her to fly.
Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to arise. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these sunken eyes and learn to see. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to be free. Blackbird fly, blackbird fly, into the light of the dark black night. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Blackbird fly, blackbird fly, into the light of the dark black night. Singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to arise. You were only waiting for this moment to arise. You were only waiting for this moment to arise.
By our presence here with one another, hearing the harmony that is the music of the spheres, May some of the harshness and discord of our human lives be transmuted into music. A new song in our hearts may be there, and a new harmony in our beings, so that we shall return to life outside this sacred space with fresh courage, with eagerness, with great rejoicing. Shalom. Salam. Amen. Blessed be to each and all. Namaste and do re mi.
Our postlude is by Tom Paxton. You're welcome to sing along. It's a long and a dusty road. It's hard and a heavy load. And the folks I meet ain't always kind. Some are bad, some are good. Some have done the best they could. Some have tried to ease my troubled mind. And I can't help but wonder where I'm bound, where I'm bound. I can't help but wonder where I'm bound.
I've been traveling through this land, doing the best I can, trying to find what I was meant to do. And the people that I see look as worried as can be, and it looks like they are wandering too.
And I can't help but wonder where I'm bound, where I'm bound. I can't help but wonder where I'm bound. So you see me passing by, sit and you wonder why, and you wish you were a rambler too. Nail your shoes to the kitchen floor, lace them up, bar the door. Thank your stars for the roof that's over you. 'Cause I can't help but wonder where I'm bound, where I'm bound. Can't help but wonder where I'm bound. Left out a verse, we're gonna go back. Had a buddy from my home, but he started out to roam. And I hear he's out by Frisco Bay. Sometimes when I've had a few, his old voice comes a-ringing through. And I'm going out to see him some old day. And I can't help but wonder where I'm bound, where I'm bound. Can't help but wonder where I'm bound. One more time, no, I can't help but wonder where I'm bound, where I'm bound. Can't help but wonder where I'm bound. You sound beautiful.